The cyclamen, also called cyclamen, is available in more than 20 species, which are originally native to the Mediterranean and Asia Minor. The genus belongs to the primrose family and grows at altitudes of up to 2 kilometers as well as at sea level. The distinctly herbaceous plant forms round and flat tubers, which either sit slightly below the surface of the soil or on top of it. Cyclamen prefers loamy, calcareous and humus soils. These should not contain too much moisture when the plants go dormant. Cyclamen reach an average height of growth between 10 and 15 centimeters. They have fleshy leaves with a heart or arrow shape, the color of which is dark green and sometimes has pretty and bright patterns on the top of the leaves. The flowers come in different colors. Among them, pink, red, purple, fuchsia or white are very common shades. The flowers are each separately on a stalk, which point downward, but their ovate petals are strongly upward. When the flowers fade, the stems of some species form spirally and the seed pod matures. The spiral stems allow the ripe seeds to reach the soil. Cyclamen love sunny or semi-shady locations with calcareous, well-drained and loose soil. They're a hardy, frost-sensitive, evergreen, as well as winter and deciduous species. If cyclamen is allowed to grow without interference, larger and larger bulbs will develop over time. Caution is advised, as both the leaves and tubers are poisonous, making it impossible to consume. Cyclamen fall under the protection of nature. They must not be dug up from wild sites. Cyclamen does not originate from the area of the Alps as one might think from its name, but comes from the mountainous regions of the Mediterranean. In the wild it grows, for example, in Greece and Turkey. In our climes, the magnificent flowers can be admired in numerous windows and they are still very popular. This is not surprising, because they do not require much care, and yet regularly regrow magnificent flowers. Cyclamen are rarely found in our gardens. However, there are species that survive the winter outdoors and form new flowers every year. These are, for example, the early spring cyclamen, which is wintergreen and blooms from February to March. Its fragrance is pleasantly delicate. The European cyclamen or summer alpine violet also has a delicate fragrance. In its mild native latitudes it is evergreen, but here its leaves fall off in the first half of the year. From July to August, the flowers open and the leafy green resprouts. Autumn alpine violets bloom in August through October. The flowers persist throughout the winter and retract in early summer. The indoor alpine violet is sensitive to frost and should only be grown indoors or in the garden as a seasonal plant in late summer through fall. There are many new cultivars with color contrasts or waves at the flower edges. Cyclamen love beds protected from taller plants in partial shade and like to form dense seas of flowers over time. They also suit rock gardens and get along well with Christmas roses, liverworts and bulb flowers. Ferns, purple bells as well as autumn crocus also go well with them. Frost-sensitive species are either houseplants or autumn balcony or patio plants. In the window box they harmonize with purple bells, foliage ornamental plants and broom heather. Because cyclamen are so well known, they are often used as a motif for stamps. Cyclamen can reach an age of up to 20 years with proper care. In alpine folk medicine, as well as that of the Balkans, cyclamen was a commonly used medicinal plant for numerous centuries. Today's herbal medicine rarely mentions cyclamen. Due to the toxicity of this plant, it should be used with extreme caution and only for external use and in homeopathic quantities. Nowadays cyclamen is used exclusively within homeopathy as well as in ready-made preparations. Thus, it is supposed to help against pain, PMS or other menstrual cramps. The medicinal and poisonous plant is said to relieve pain when applied externally. It is also said to be helpful against rheumatism, gout and in a highly diluted form against constipation.